one of the reasons why there's very few people exposing or even people learning about, discovering scams, irrespective of what we're talking about. And there are scams everywhere. You name it. Whatever you're talking about, there's a scam behind it. I'm not saying everything's a scam, obviously, but I'm just saying there are so many predators out there. And I've talked about this in the past. I did an audio on this about a year or two ago. And it was regarding this I don't know if you would consider it a politically correct term or mentality. I think so, actually. I think this is part of political correctness, or I don't know, and that is this whole notion about being positive, right? This whole positivity. This breeds scam artists, and it enables the scams and the scam artists to continue to grow without being caught, without being so much as criticized. Because if you are criticizing someone, and you can go on YouTube or anywhere else and do it, right? Go ahead and do that. Criticize, go on YouTube, criticize Mike Maloney or Peter Schiff or one of these other charlatans. And sure enough, you'll have their cult members attack you. Or let's say you can criticize something else that is a scam but seems to provide a noble cause, like the TEDx talks, right? And the TED Talks as well. If you don't know the difference between the TED Talks and the TEDx Talks, look into it. TEDx Talks are 100% scams. TED Talks are politically correct bullshit. And many of them are scams as well. But of course, people think that, they're so noble, But if you criticize any of the con men who are, and you've got many con men in that portal, you will get a backlash. You will get attacked. You will be the messenger who gets shot repeatedly. So I've talked about this in the past, and that is, we live in a day, in an age that, for some reason, has fostered this whole mentality of being positive, not being critical. Don't be critical, be positive, right? And if you're critical, if you question, or if you expose, you're attacked. You're the bad guy, you see? And this mentality breeds scams. It enables fraud and manipulation to grow and spread rapidly, ubiquitously. This is one of the big problems that's basically unaddressed today, is our inability or fear, or I don't know what else you would call it, but inhibition towards asking the hard questions, the critical questions, right, about things. It's all about being optimistic, right? And, to some extent, I think this is part of the capitalist scam, optimism. Never surround yourself with pessimists and negative people. Only surround yourself with believers, right? I mean, come on, seriously. I mean, listen, when you're trying to achieve something, there's nothing wrong at all with being optimistic and positive, sure. But you can't be delusional. You cannot allow your optimism to be unbridled such that it becomes a delusional mentality in anything that you do.